And it's Thursday, back on shoulder day. Went up 2 pounds on overhead press, went down 1 rep. I did 4, 5, and 4. So it's definitely not. I think it's not a shoulder strength limitation. It's more of a um, breathing and other overall form factors affecting my ability to lift overhead. Because if my breathing is on or off, it can affect whether you can get a rep or two in at the end. And maybe I need to warm up a little bit more given how cold it is now. But overall, not too bad. I'm going to keep the weight. It's probably the same next week and just try to get some more reps in. And hopefully we'll get up to we'll get that weight going up in the next few weeks. But this exercise has always been a little bit slower for me, so I want to work my way up while maintaining my form as tight as I can. Here in the seated version, I'm doing 135, which is a nice benchmark to hit. Finally, I like that. Form looks good here, feels great here. Of course, with the standing version, you have a lot more support and instability. So being seated, you'll be able to drive through your legs and the support of the seat a lot more, and really able to push and isolate from the shoulders. Whereas some of the other factors like your back or your core might affect your ability to lift overhead standing. So I like to do both. And then from there, we're just going to add some body weight exercises here, being the pike press. Making sure to try and keep my forearms perpendicular with the ground as I go through the range of motion. Here I'm just going to push down and do as many reps as I can. So these look pretty good. The reps definitely look a lot cleaner than when I first started a few months ago. So it's good to see, and that's a lot of that's from the feedback I get just from watching these videos. Then we're gonna go ahead and just do some superset with the face pulls after the pike press. So I like to combo those two exercises. One's more focused on the front, the other's more focused on the rear. So it's a good combo, I think. Feels pretty good. Here we're doing some leaning dumbbell raises. I was watching some videos, reading some articles, and this variant came up. I've done it before. It takes twice as long because you have to do each hand individually, but I just wanted to change it up this week, and I might maintain it going forward. We'll see, but this lean essentially lets you get a little bit more across your body at the bottom, so you get a little bit different range of motion, and you really want to focus on getting that dumbbell as far away from you as you can. So you see I'm not really shrugging my shoulders at the top just to lift the dumbbell up. I'm maintaining a full extension to try to hold that barbell as far away from me as possible, and that's what's going to get you the activation in your shoulder, more so than just kind of shrugging the weight up. So keep that in mind and choose an appropriate weight. I'm only doing 10 pounds here, so nothing super heavy. Just remember that it's a really isolated exercise on a small muscle group, so don't go too crazy, and put your ego aside when you're lifting. Here we're doing some W raises. I'm just gonna go and basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lift that dumbbell up and try to rotate my arms behind me, working on that external rotation, the rotator cuff a little bit. Once again, you see the weight's not too heavy. I shoot for about a minute, so I just try to get through as many reps as I can for each of these dumbbell exercises. These go pretty quick, and then I do from 10 to 5, making sure to get that height and that rotation in my arm as I go through the exercise, just to make sure that I get as much out of it as I can. And then from there, we're going to do some front raises. So I'm just going to go up and trying to come down a little bit slowly. I don't want to just drop it, because that eccentric motion coming down is also very beneficial, so you don't want to lose out on that. But I'm pretty exhausted by the time I get to these, honestly, so I just try to get through this minute as much as I can. If I need to take a break, I'll take a quick break, as you saw there, and just try to go right back up. And if I really can't do anymore, then I'll just drop the weight and keep going. So not you don't want to go too crazy with these weights, just because you're not going to be doing as much as you would be on like a bench press or an overhead press that, you know, it's much more compound movement. This is a much more isolated movement, and so make sure you lift accordingly, and make sure you always do the proper form so you're lifting safely and you don't hurt yourself. And then here I'm just doing a reverse pec deck motion. Don't have a machine, so I just try to mimic the motion with the dumbbells. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to lean forward, and I'm trying to bring the dumbbells up and behind me. So that's gonna obviously work against gravity, and also really allow me to extend through that range of motion to activate my back. So you want to make sure you choose a weight that lets you get your hands up and fully contract your back. Maybe try and do a few reps without any weight, just to kind of feel the range of motion, feel the muscles contract, and get a good better mind muscle connection there before you start cranking up the weights. But that's gonna be it for shoulder day. So definitely pretty for me, it doesn't feel as intense. I think just because some of the exercises are more isolated and not as full body like leg day. But we're just gonna finish off with our core routine, some ab resistance band pull downs, some kneeling pull-off presses, and I also do some shoulder depression exercises at the end, where I try to push through the floor and try to lift myself up, and kind of work on that a little bit as well. But other than that, that's gonna wrap up another workout day. So almost done with another week. Definitely feels good to be closing in on another Friday to wrap up the week. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe if you want a daily reminder for your daily workout. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.